Hi, everybody, and welcome to Let Me Finish. Two men, one story, 1,000,000 interruptions. For those of you who have never heard this show before, and why would you have? It's our very first episode. Basically, what happens is this. My friend tries to tell a story, and I try to prevent him from finishing that story. He has a half an hour to finish whatever story he wants to say, and I have a half an hour to prevent him from finishing it. Please, no betting. I'd like to introduce my co-host, my partner, my secret
crime.
lover in crime, Atticus. Say
Hey,
hello
guys.
to the nice people.
How
Hello.
are you?
This has been a long time coming. I hope you guys enjoy listening to one man suffer and another man not care. So, ready the bell, and let's get ready for a story.
So, what I wanted to talk about today was the very first time I shaved my balls. And the thing is,
I like the fact that you paraphrased it the first time because it indicates that there have been times since then.
you're absolutely right. But the thing,
You're doing it now, aren't you? You're like, this story just came to me while I was shaving my balls about the first time I shaved my balls.
and the interesting thing about it is, when I,
Everything about it is interesting.
well, the thing is, the first time I shaved my balls, it was
Yes.
it was strange simply because the
It was strange because...
the thing is, when I was younger, I was one of those boys who waited for puberty.
Why?
Because the thing is, my ball hair didn't grow out until later.
Is that the only reason you're like, whoa, ball hair fairy? When will I be truly a man?
Absolutely right. And the thing was, I would always be in the locker room going, why do all these other guys have ball hair? I don't have any fucking ball hair. And
Yeah, you didn't ask them, did you?
no, I didn't. But of course, I was staring at their dicks because I like dicks.
Yeah.
And
Oh, by the way, everyone, just so that you know, so it doesn't come as a shock, Atticus is there a polite? I mean, like a
I'm
podcast
gay.
way of saying it?
Hello,
He's
people.
gay. He's gay. We don't make a big deal about it. Not really.
And I've got a lot of stories about that too.
Yes. Hence the topic of this one, which is as he was intently studying prepubescent ball hair.
Well, I was also a prepubescent, so it makes it perfectly fine.
But wait a minute, if you wanted it, why did you start? Was it a horror
Oh,
show?
okay.
And you're just like,
The
get
thing
it
is-
off me!
I said to myself, all of the other guys in school have ball hair. I don't have any ball hair. I'm afraid of standing at the urinal because there weren't any fucking dividers. So I was afraid that someone wouldn't see that I had, at least some pubes hanging out at 14.
Oh, wait, you were 14, and this was your main concern was your lack of ball hair at 14.
No, there were lots of other concerns.
Okay, were they
Yeah.
along the ball hair line?
Yeah,
They're
they
like,
were
my
mostly
nipples
just-
are inverted, and I don't have an outie belly button.
I was kind of pudgy, so yeah, I did have nipples inverted.
Well, speaking as someone who's been pudgy most of his life, I sympathize with the pudginess.
But
I
you're
was more
losing it
cons-
all now.
I was
Anyway.
I was more concerned when I was a kid about my pudginess than I was about my ball hair, to be quite honest, because no one was ever
that's the
going to
thing,
see
though.
it.
I felt like I wasn't going to grow up. That was the thing.
You
And
thought
so
you'd be Peter Pan.
well, I was like, what the fuck? I don't even, I don't even have a happy trail down, from, your belly button to your, yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have any, there aren't any wispy hairs on my face. And the
Please
thing-
tell me you brought this up at the dinner table.
I
You're like,
did.
Mom, happy Thanksgiving. Where's my fucking ball hair?
You know what? You know what's great about my mother? She would listen to this story and she would think it's great.
Oh, that's kind of, I want to say sweet.
My mother's incredible, man. You don't
Wait, what year?
understand.
Let's get this around. 14. What year is this? General. You don't have to give an exact year.
1993.
Oh my God. Holy shit! I'm so much older than you.
Yeah, you're fucking old. Let me get to it.
Oh, I'm just putting it in perspective because in 1993 I was 24 fucking years old. I was like
Yeah, but the thing
way
is-
past ball hair.
You're still not old enough to be my dad.
Thank God for some things.
So I remember it was like evolution. So you don't really see when the moment of actual transition.
I remember that chart in science class.
Yeah, but so you don't actually remember when the exact moment of transition was, but I remember I think I was around 16, and I had just
16,
gotten out of the shower.
Yeah.
I had just gotten out of the shower, and I realized I had pubes.
Wait,
And
wait. What?
no, I did.
No,
It was like
it
a
wasn't like
transition.
every day you were checking. You were just like one day you forgot, you got interested in somebody else or something else, and then
Something else, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Holy shit! There's a tuft of there's ball hair. It wasn't just like
you're
those
just sitting
little.
there going, "Is it wrong for me to still like Power Rangers at my age?" Oh,
I
ball
never
hair.
liked Power Rangers. I had gotten out of the shower and I said, "Well, shit, isn't that amazing?" And I looked at it and said, "What the fuck? That is a horror show." Because the thing is, at this
Oh my
point,
god!
at this point, I looked at it and said, at 16, you have a lot of ideas about sex. So I had watched quite a bit of porn, and
Mhm.
it always been guy-girl porn, and it was always some dude with shaved balls. And I
See,
think
when
that
I was growing up, we had none of that. That was like dudes with hair, women with hair that came out around their
was funny.
panties.
I
We're
like
t-
watching hairy men fuck.
oh my god.
But I don't mind shaved men, but that's just one thing that I happen to like. But I just don't like it on me.
Is it because they're like brawnier? Is it like a lumberjack fantasy? I mean,
Well, I'm not a lumberjack fantasy, but just masculinity in general.
oh, okay. So you like those dominant male traits, like a deep voice and hairy bodies and
Mm,
punching first before showing emotion and stuff like that.
yes. But I don't mind effeminate guys either. That's the thing.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not saying that you're closed-minded. I'm just saying that everyone has kinks that they like, and
Yeah, well, that's not really a kink because most men look like that.
right. I mean, take me for example. I like effeminate women, but I also like women that are hairy and punch first before showing emotion
Jesus.
and have a dick.
Okay, so I looked at it and the thing was there were only razors around that my father was using and my brother was using, so it was only used razors. And
Well, I
it's
was hoping it was a Norelco. That he
no,
got
no.
for Christmas is
Oh,
like, I
geez.
love it.
Have you ever have you ever tried to shave pubes with an Norelco?
I can honestly say no. I have never tried to shave my pubes.
It
Period.
is fucking why? Why not? It's amazing.
I trimmed once, but I mean, it was just a trim, and my barber was like really hesitant to do it.
So, mine is no longer hesitant. He's quite
But
used to
thankfully, I
carrying
have
my
very
foot.
soft hands and I have very tight lips, and you agreed, so there you go. What?
Okay.
You're the one
So
that
the thing is,
asked.
so the thing is, I ended up finding a razor that what looked relatively new. I mean I
It was at the bottom of the garbage
no, let's
can.
say
It was one of my mom's.
the foam pad with the added lotion in it was gone, but the razor itself didn't look like choppy or anything like that. It didn't have accidents on it. And I said, "Holy shit! I am taking
This
this
is
all
gonna
off."
end with you at the emergency room. This is not going to go well.
Oh no, it gets so bad at the end.
No, I hope it doesn't end with Aqua Velva. That would be the worst. Wait, I gotta ask, were you shaving your face yet?
No, I didn't have to shave until I
So
was
you
26.
haven't shaved any part of your body ever. The
No.
first thing you shave is
Okay,
your
so
testicles.
listen. I didn't actually have to shave until I was around 26. And I
No,
remember the
well, you
first
know
time
what?
I
I
shaved my
full
face.
admission,
Horrible.
I did not grow facial hair until I was about 22.
Mm.
And then
But
once it came in, I
I'm a
said,
slow
"Fuck it, I'm never
grower, I guess. It
You're
takes a while to sprout. Okay.
Well, what after what you did to your balls, the rest of it was afraid to come out. It was like your
Dude.
facial hair was like, did you fucking hear what happened to the balls? Fuck that, I'm staying in the face forever.
Okay. So I knew that I was fresh out
Wait,
of
you
the shower.
didn't need to. You wanted to. It wasn't
I
like
needed
you're like
to.
this is
Okay,
all the
but
guys
listen.
that see my ball hair.
I didn't even care at that point because the thing is, I looked at it and said, you know what? If you watch a porno, a lot of those guys will still have the angry tuft at the end, at the top. At the
Wait,
top.
wait.
You know what I'm
The
talking about?
angry
The
tuft?
tuft, the tuft
That is
above
is
the beard of the dragon. and the thing is, that's always left there. But I went
What's always there? The tuft?
the tuft, the triangle tuft above
So,
the
but
crown.
basically like a little landing strip or a V or some
And
bullshit.
you know what? I went right after that first.
So you decided to sculpt first.
Yes.
You're like, I'm gonna sculpt this.
And it was such an amazing experience. I I didn't use shaving cream. I used lotion. So
why didn't you use shaving cream?
because
Did
I
it
could
seem
find
wrong?
any,
Did you
and
have?
I was in the bathroom with a locked door, and I was
I'm
16.
picturing you standing in your bathroom, a lotion in one hand, shaving cream in the other, squatting over a mirror. That's all I'm picturing right now.
No, I didn't do that till much later. So, well, the thing is, I went and did a few hacks, and it started to bleed, and I was like, oh, well, I guess
what's
that's
what's your mom's name?
my mom's name. I don't want to say.
We'll make one up then.
Annie.
Annie. And your
Okay.
dad's like, Annie, that boy's shaving his balls for the first time. I can't be prouder.
My parents are divorced.
Oh, I'm sorry that she had to call him.
No. She moved.
Was it one of those angry ones? It was
My
an
par-
angry divorce.
It was an all right. It was okay. My dad made more money, and she decided that they shouldn't be together. Well, they both did, but that's you know what? That's neither here nor there, Mr.
You know
Changing the
what?
fucking
I'm
subject.
just trying to tell a joke, and you're giving me more backstory than I need.
Well,
Now I've torn your family apart.
well, that's the whole point of the show. It's called Let Me Finish, and I haven't even gotten to the ball sharing yet. Thing is, I went for it, and I cleaned off the beard. And
Wait. Now, here's the thing. Beards are on the bottom of the face.
no, the ball
So
beard
why
is at the top. The bearded dragon is at the top.
That doesn't make any sense. That's like
Okay. All right, so
unless you have sex upside down a lot.
I do.
Oh, God. It only makes sense if you are hanging from a trapeze.
Which I have in my house. Several. You have to weed through them. It's like ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
So what did you shave
Where
it
are
into?
you?
What shape did you go
I
for?
shaved it off. I shaved
Wait,
it
you
off.
just shaved the beard completely off because you said, I'm a rebel and I want to feel like a little child again.
I hadn't even gotten to the balls yet.
Oh, God. So that went okay, though. Did you cut it short with
it was
scissors
bleeding.
first?
It was bleeding a little. No, it wasn't tough.
No, why didn't you?
It wasn't poofy. It wasn't poofy.
It was one hair, wasn't it? You're like, I've got my man hair now.
No, it was pubic hair.
But it was like downy baby hair.
No, it was no, it was curly. It was curly and stiff.
It was curly and stiff, but not a lot of it, or
No, it was there. It was just noticeably there, and I was like suddenly
and
shaved.
then suddenly you were repelled. You're like, get
I
it
was
out
like,
of me.
That's not the way I want my body to look. I want to remain a child.
I'll never grow up, and you're like, I don't want to go to school.
All right, so I realized
You
that I
came
had
out
to.
bleeding. Mom, I'm still your little boy.
Mom was not there.
Bleeding into the carpet while she's trying to watch Entertainment Tonight. Merry Christmas.
So I realized that the balls aren't something that you can just go ahead and shave. You kind of stretch them out.
Oh, you think? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was going to be my next question. It is the wrinkliest part of your body.
Yeah, so I sat on the floor.
Did you tap it out? You stretched it and then secured it
Yeah.
in place with
And
nails?
Meanwhile, I have the hot water going the whole time.
Why?
Well, because that's what you do when you shave. At least that's what I
Wait,
thought.
so you actually had to reach up into the sink blind and rinse off the...
Absolutely.
Or was it just running because that's what you thought shaving was? You just turn on the water. I don't use it, but okay.
So I stretched my balls out into a bat wing.
You're going to ignore them because now you're sitting on the floor and the water's just going away. And you're
And
just
what I
like,
was using was a towel to wipe the hairs out of the blade because there were quite a few of them.
was
there's
it
a
a
lot of
white
hair.
towel?
Yes, it was a white towel, so I got to see
Okay.
everything that came out of the blade. And I pulled them up and over my cock. So I'm shaving from my asshole up.
Oh,
up
because
to
you wanted the taint too, the dirtiest part of the body.
And you know what?
Before the word
taint,
taint was
unless you are talented, the taint is hard to shave.
I would imagine so, unless you had
But you know
someone
what I
doing it
realized
for
while
you.
I was down there?
Oh God.
I had hair in my ass crack.
Yes, isn't that a surprise?
It was a surprise. It was an absolute
Where
surprise.
was that film strip in school? Why
Okay.
would remember when they separated the girls and the boys, and the girls went to go learn about menstruation, and the boys played crab soccer? Why
I thought it
couldn't
was
they?
great because I got to
Why?
see animated penises get erect.
And then we didn't get. I didn't get that. We went and played crab soccer. We didn't get told jack shit. I wish someone would say, "Okay, boys, remember at some point there's going to be hair inside of your ass crack, and don't let it be. Don't get too afraid. You're not a freak."
And
You
so I
don't-
realized that I can roll on my spine and like a yoga position and shave my asshole
Oh my God!
and my ass crack.
No, you
So I
didn't.
shaved my ass crack
No, you
along with
did.
the paint, and it was gone. And then I shorn the rest of my balls, and that is when my entire body began to weep blood. But what I also
That's also when Jesus wept. He was like, "Oh, what is he
Yes.
doing?"
You know what's funny? At the time I was probably worried that Jesus was watching me, but I told him to go fuck himself and did it anyway.
I'm doing this anyway, Jesus.
Because if anybody doesn't know that's listening, I was a Christian who was hiding his homosexuality. But the thing was, I had to act it out in some ways. Exactly. I had to act
No
it out.
hatred, here I come.
But the thing was, I also realized I had hair on on the inside of my thigh.
Oh no! Come on, dude. You have to stop. You're fighting. This is how obsessive compulsive disorder happens.
I'm also obsessive compulsive.
I started shaving the floor because it had hair on it.
Yeah, I realized I
No,
had.
wait. Do you have brothers or sisters living in the house? Are you an only child?
No,
You're
I
getting
have
away
an
with-
older brother and an older sister.
So it was probably the older brother's razor that you were using.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a leg razor.
No, it was a big single blade.
If you've ever shaved with a leg razor, I'm going to tell you right now,
I've
the
already
people who make them are fucking sadists. They are the sickest individuals on the planet, and they need to be killed.
They're
because
they're like centuplet bladed.
they're centuplet bladed, rigid, painful, horrible things.
Yeah. Well, now I only ever shave my balls. And at that I don't really shave my balls that much.
I would imagine not.
Every once in a while I just kind of trim with the trimmers. I'll go, I don't feel like having ball hair.
So did you bleed out all over the floor? Did your mom come home and go, I wish he'd just come out?
My mom was not living with us. You cunt. You're so bad.
Wait, I'm sorry. You were living with your dad. I'm so sorry.
No, he left us to our vices.
He's like, fuck it. I don't give a damn. Go ahead, shave your scrotum.
Awesome. So I had the whole bathroom to myself. We had a full bath upstairs and downstairs. So if anybody needed to use the bathroom, it didn't matter that I was in there sort of doing this masturbatory shaving thing, whatever.
No, at the end you come when you masturbate. You are bleeding. If you're associating blood with masturbation, we need to have a long talk after the podcast is over.
Okay, so you know what, though? The thing was, I needed to cool down the burn.
No, please don't. Please do not do what you're going to do.
Okay. What do you think I used?
I don't. You just poured your dad's scotch on your crotch.
No, it was nothing with alcohol in it.
It was, let's see. Medicine Cabinet, 1993. You crushed up some. You crushed up some Valium and you rubbed it all over your dick. Toothpaste.
Well, the first thing I did was turn the shower back on.
Well, yeah, because you're bleeding to death.
And there was blood on the floor and blood on the towel. Oh, did I forget to say that I shaved the inside of my thighs and my entire ass?
You know what? At this point, I didn't. I think that you were probably bald. You were reenacted. You reenacted the scene from Pink Floyd's The Wall, where you just started shaving everything. You were like, "I'm going to shave my eyelashes off."
I've never seen that.
I know, because you're young and I'm old.
I bet it's on YouTube. I'll find it. So
there
anyway,
is a scene in Pink Floyd's The Wall where the main
Jesus Christ, I don't fucking care. I got in the
shaved
shower.
off all of his hair,
We have 6 minutes and counting.
Wait, is really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck it. I'm telling the whole.
No,
telling the whole plot.
we started 7 minutes late because we were talking for a while. So
okay,
you're gonna cut
actually
this
timing
anyway.
this? Because I'm not.
I was just looking to see if I could do it. That's the thing.
Well, guess what? You've given me more motivation to re-account. Okay, the beginning of Pink Floyd's The Wall.
I don't really give a fuck. Did you put on the Pink Floyd while watching Wizard of Oz? You fucking old man. I tried that once and it's really stupid.
It's bullshit. It doesn't work.
YouTube. They have it on YouTube.
Do they really?
Yeah, someone did it.
It's something that stoned people who lose track of time come up with.
Okay. So anyway, I'm in the shower and the hot water is burning my ass cracking balls. Burning my ass cracking balls, so I turn on the cold water first.
Wait, you turn on the cold water first to stop the bleeding?
Well, I thought that maybe that would help. It would shrink the blood vessels.
Did you wrap the towel around you like a diaper?
No, I did keep sopping up the blood with it. It wasn't
because I personally would start thinking of how do I want my body to be found? Do I want to be found bled out on the bathroom floor?
What I distinctly remember while being in the shower for a while was the pink water that kept draining into the white.
Oh my god! This is like my first period story.
Yeah, and I thought, and you're right, you're not wrong. I thought about the movie Carrie. Creepy Carrie. How they kept throwing tampons at her. And by the way, that's a great book. Everyone should read it.
Yes, anyway. Everyone should read Carrie. And here's the plot.
No, I haven't ruined the plot.
Oh my god! No, I was going to tell the whole story of Carrie.
No, you're not going to anyway.
People could get caught up because it's such a good book. Atticus says
cooling off the blood, after cooling off the blood vessels,
it was still bleeding. The blood. It was so. Of course, it was still bleeding. You did nothing to stop the bleeding. You poured water on it.
And the thing was, my ass crack balls and pubic area were completely burning, and I thought.
Were they red at this point?
Yes, I started to get a little red, and you know how if you shave, the follicle will perk up.
Wait, I need to know this much at least. Was it summertime?
No.
Was this something you did out of boredom in the summer because there was nothing?
No, it's something I did out of boredom in the winter, but I was bored during the summer because I didn't have friends. Thanks for reminding me. Except the kids at youth group.
The kids at youth group, and you were like, guess what I did this weekend?
No, they wouldn't have looked.
Is that why you're wearing a fucking tampon in your underwear?
I put on a diaper, an adult diaper.
Yeah, anyway, put on a Depends.
You still haven't guessed what I put all over my balls to make it
cool. Well, I said toothpaste, but you said you got in the shower. Something cool. Oh, fuck me.
It wasn't necessarily cool, because the thing was, the first thing I did was I went for the Vaseline.
Okay, well, that's a neutral kind of option, isn't it?
Yeah, but the blood kept pulling up underneath the Vaseline.
This is gonna be like when someone gets gum stuck in their hair.
So I wiped off all the Vaseline, and even though it was kind of soothing to the skin, I went for eucalyptus ointment.
Oh, yeah, why? Who was using eucalyptus ointment? Number one.
Well, they were using it as we couldn't find. I believe it was Vicks Vapor Rub at the CVS for somebody else's cold. So you can buy eucalyptus ointment to put on your chest to make it feel
wait, so you bought generic...
No, it wasn't for me. It was for someone else. It was just...
Okay, but it was generic Vapor Rub.
Yes, but it was called eucalyptus ointment. It was in a big tub.
Did it have a koala on it? Was his genitals
Yes, it had a koala eating eucalyptus. And the thing was... Once I put it on my balls and ass
crack... Are your genitals bleeding? Try eucalyptus rub. My friend Bleedy swears by it. It's a koala who's shaved from the nipples down.
The thing was...
We tested this bleeding koala.
So what I did was let me fucking finish. Jesus Christ. I got to the point where I started to just kind of dab it on because I thought dabbing it on would feel good. But
everything you've done so far is in the idea that you would feel better. Emotionally at first, and then physically when you started to go. There's
also brought up other traumatic
on the
memories, like my
bathroom
parents
floor.
getting divorced, and the fact that I really didn't have many friends. Thank you very
So
much.
he painted the
So
picture
what I did
of
was
a troubled child of divorced parents hiding his homosexuality, slashing at his genitals with a razor blade.
so I dabbed away with the.
And you want to
eucalyptus
complain about me and my shaved koala bears?
So I put the eucalyptus ointment on my body, and at first it felt kind of good. It was like,
Oh,
oh,
of
this
course,
is
because
soothing.
it hadn't hit your nervous system yet.
But the thing was, I decided. I said this is
Oh my
kind of
God.
slick. I said this is kind of slick.
So you did it all at once, really fast.
I put it all over my.
So
I put
later,
it all over
why
the
is there
shaft.
blood and pubic hair in the eucalyptus ointment?
I put it all over the shaft of my dick and the head of my dick.
Oh, because you figured I might as well get a wank in it while I'm at it.
Absolutely. You don't understand what it's like being a little gay boy.
This is why now blood makes me excited. And why I get a hard-on whenever I go to the koala exhibit at the zoo.
Whenever I smell eucalyptus,
Whenever I smell eucalyptus.
Can I put this on the end of the condom while I fuck you?
I want to fill my condom with eucalyptus rub.
And I want to
get why don't you get Vicks?
The thing was, as soon as it started to burn,
Yeah, it doesn't come off right away, does it?
I howled like this. Oh!
And the blood. Were you still bleeding, by the way?
I was still bleeding underneath.
You were like, why didn't this cauterize my wounds?
So I decided to get in the shower.
I'm gonna say it right now. You were one of the dumbest 14-year-olds ever.
16. That was the horrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You were 16. Oh
and I
my
was
God.
A lonely homosexual Christian.
Oh.
Right, so the thing was, I turned on the hot shower, thinking it would make it feel better.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hot water applied to eucalyptus ointment. Worse.
This is like the fun.
So
this is
here
like
I am
a
going,
conceited Fight
"Oh,
Club.
oh,
This
oh."
is a chemical burn.
This is live. The crucial.
You're like, did hair? Okay, honest truth.
Yeah,
did hair
Tyler
ever
Durden-
grow back?
Tyler Durden popped his face in and said, "That was fucking stupid," and then ran.
Your version of Tyler Durden. So I guess it would be Brad. It would still be Brad.
existed then. But even though it was, what was I, 16, so 1995, he was still doing Legends of the Fall. So he was hot. And I wanted to put eucalyptus ointment in his asshole. So I'm howling away trying to rub this off. I'm grabbing the soap.
You only are assuming that no one was home. As far as I can,
I don't really
the
remember
picture
anyone
I'm
being
picturing is your father and your siblings standing in the hallway with with these blank faces. Going, I wish I could masturbate like that.
They were off having a wink themselves, probably. The thing was, and my
thing was what?
And you know what's great? My sister's deaf, so she couldn't hear me.
So you could have been doing this under her bed and she wouldn't have known.
Well, she's mostly deaf. If she puts her hearing aid in, she can hear out of one ear, kind of. So even if I was howling, she would have been like, "Oh, that's the TV." So if anybody doesn't know, my sister is the most intelligent of the three of us, and she was best to just turn off her fucking hearing aid and not listen to anything the boys in the house were doing. Anyway,
That's smart.
I grabbed this soap and started to wash away and thought it would make it feel better with the hot water.
No, you're now open wounds and soap and
open wounds and soap and eucalyptus ointment and blood.
And you're cramming it up your butthole.
So,
oh my God in heaven!
So I'm telling you, it took almost a half an hour before it stopped hurting, and the head of my penis hurt for quite a while after.
Wait a minute! Days. Just from the eucalyptus?
I burned myself pretty badly. It was so caustic to the head of my penis.
Now wait, are you circumcised or uncircumcised?
I'm circumcised.
Okay, so you didn't have it.
I can't imagine what it would have been like if I was uncircumcised.
It was trapped under the foreskin. You would have become uncircumcised. You would have cut it away. You were like, no! Did you walk funny?
It was my bris. It was my bris.
And were you surprised when the hair started growing back and it was scratchy and you hated it?
I'm not done with the fucking story yet.
Okay, so let's go back. Brad Pitt stuck his head in.
Finally, after a while, it just felt cool and not burning. And I got out of the shower and I dried myself. Well, I dried myself off and looked at myself in the mirror.
Yes.
And there were all these little pink spots because it had stopped bleeding.
Oh, well, that's good. You are now just bleeding internally.
And I said, I fucking love it.
No, you didn't either. Is that the end of the story?
No, it's not the end of the story because I finished shaving my legs while I was in there.
Oh my God, you.
I shaved my armpits too because I found them as hair there too.
You do. Did you get advice from someone?
Monk. I was a Shaolin monk.
Did you go to anybody? Did you go to the Mr. Gower, the local druggist, and say, Mr. Gower, what do I need something to shave my groin area? Do you know of anything that I could use? And he's like, I don't know anything except my steady hand, son.
So anyway, I went to school the next day with my underwear sticking to the prickly because I guess I hadn't shorn good enough, so there was still prickly hairs kind of hang. And I was walking around funny all day and constantly adjusting my underwear until I realized it was gym day.
Did you stop the bleeding with little pieces of toilet paper?
Well, see, the thing is, at our school, they didn't force you to shower. You just changed your clothes. You brought an extra.
But you wanted to. You made it a point. Like, I am excessively clean, sir. I will always take a shower. Now, excuse me while I get the video camera. I
wore my underwear. I didn't take my underwear off in order to change. I just put my gym shorts on, and I went to go did gym, and it was really fucking uncomfortable being sweat getting in all those open wounds.
Did you have to climb the rope?
No, I didn't have to climb the rope. And I didn't get a hard-on either. Oh, Jesus. And then we went back, and I changed, and most of the guys would change their sweaty underwear and expose themselves, and I just kept my sweaty underwear on underneath my clothes.
You're like, yes, sir, I love that manly smell. Meanwhile, blood is streaming down your legs.
There's nothing like bringing the smell of the locker room out with you.
It's always... Well, who are you trying to impress?
Nobody. If only any of those boys had noticed me and they would just admit that they were gay, everything would have been great. But of course, no.
Depending on the size of the group, there was at least one.
Well, that was me.
No.
I got you.
I mean, how many people were in your gym class?
Actually, I went to a small school. There were only 300 kids just in the junior high school.
So you were the only gay Eskimo?
No, there's 10%, then there were at minimum 30 other people.
There had to have been at least one other.
Oh yeah, no, I know a girl who is now a man. We call him he, because he took the hormones and grew a kind of penis and everything.
A kind of penis.
Well,
that's how he says it. My penis, kind of.
From what I understand, what you do is you take the hormones and then the clitoris begins to grow.
Yeah, but it doesn't become like a penis.
No, but it is you can stimulate it.
Well, I'm sure, but does it engorge with blood?
I don't know, but I would really like to shave it.
Is your story done yet?
I guess. I finished.
Did you win? I don't know. I wasn't keeping score.
It depends on if you want to cut out anything from what we have.
Oh, I'm going to cut out so much I'm going to cut it so that you lose. All right, that's it. That's the end of the show. If you guys have something that you want him to tell a story about, whether he knows the story or not, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section here on SoundCloud, which is hosting our show. If this show becomes more popular, we will do more of these because I'm going to force him to do it. And I have Svengali-like powers, and I can make him do practically anything I want. Isn't that right, Addy?
I am a gay Eskimo.
So until next time, from Let Me Finish, this has been Jason.
And I am Atticus Blake. I am a gay Eskimo.